Before we cover Day 2 and Day 3, I must explain how the playoff bracket works. The playoffs is unique compared to the future World Championship tournaments, where I'd used a winners and losers bracket as well as modified best of threes. For example, in the relegation round, Against All Authority and Counterlogic Gaming received a 1-win advantage over their opponents. This is due to placing second in their group stages. This means Gamed and Fnatic must win 2 games in a row in order to advance to the semifinals or be eliminated from the tournament. We begin Day 2 with Game vs Against All Authority, a Europe vs Europe matchup. Gamed ran a double AP team composition with Brandon and Nivea, while AAA used Malzahar and a laning Warwick. Despite First Blood, Game made several positioning errors which AAA took advantage of. The initiation abilities from Ashe, Warwick, and Malzahar made it easy to punish these mistakes. Against All Authority won in a decisive victory, eliminating Gamed from the Grand Finals. In Counterlogic Gaming vs Fnatic, Fnatic won both games decisively. CLG looked clueless throughout the series and had no answer to Fnatic whatsoever, and it's true. It was revealed by HotshotGG that CLG tried new things that they haven't practiced before.
That did put you back into 5th place, but what were your thoughts overall?
I thought the other team, Fnatic, played very well, and they picked very well, and they just totally outpicked us. We kind of underestimated them first game, and we kind of wanted to try something new with Mundo and etc., and it just wasn't our strength, and we just fell from there.
What in particular did you try that wasn't your strength?
Well, we just tried new things like Mundo and things we haven't really tried before, and that didn't work out well. And
on a side note, this was Xpeke's first game of the tournament after missing all of Day 1 due to a flight delay. After relegations, there was a 5th place match played between Gamed and Counterlogic Gaming, where St. Vicious played Jungle Gangplank. CLG won this game and received $3,500. We move on to the semifinals, Epic vs Fnatic. Game 1 was a stomp by Fnatic, but with some controversy. 9 minutes into the match, Westrice disconnected. Because the pause feature was not introduced into the game, the match continued for the next 2 minutes, where Lamia outfarmed Vayne significantly and a teamfight occurred right where Westrice disconnected. Riot had a ruling in place where in the event of a disconnect before 5 minutes, the match will be remade immediately. However, because this was after the 5-minute mark, the game continued. It was up to sportsmanship to determine whether or not Fnatic wanted that free kill. Cyanide, playing Amumu, chose not to engage Westrice and instead forced the fight in the mid lane. Game 2 was a lot closer. In this match, Doublelift showed off what he was known for the most in Season 1, his Blitzcrank. Credit was given to Doublelift for being able to bring Epic back into the game with his grabs.
Very fast dragon, great play. Oh, the Blitzcrank pull onto Karthus. Karthus might go down right here. Can they get the rest of this? Looks like the kill on Dragon did go to Cyanide, but he is super low right now. Doublelift will pick up that kill with the ultimate, and they're going to now move on to Lamia Zealot, taking a little bit of damage there. Shushe has been exhausted, and there's the ult onto Lamia Zealot, the full channel ult from Nunu. Can he drop down? Yes, he will. And Doublelift now going to try to do what he can against Shushe. The ult has timed out. He will flash the wall. Oh, the pull almost grabbed him, but Westrice picks up the kill onto Karthus, and they are still moving down 4-0 the kill score. The channel off, and that will be a not dead Doublelift with 50 health. Oh, great play, Epic.
Despite all his best efforts, Fnatic still won and moved to the winners bracket final. In the second semifinal, Against All Authority vs Team Solo Mid, the community saw what would be the most hyped series in the tournament. Game 1 finished in the first ever base race of the professional scene.
Are they actually gonna go for it? Are they gonna go for it? Wow, no way! No way! Oh, wow.
Nexus turrets are almost down. The top is down. TSM going through one turret. AAA going through one turret as well. And we're going to have to see who pulls this one out. It looks like it's going to be TSM as they do get the Nexus to go down.
Wow.
Very nice gameplay there. Kuja trying to get the Sona all down to stop the entire attack from TSM, but it was not enough time. Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
On to game 2, please.
Wow. I have not seen a base race in high elo before. This is amazing.
Game 2 saw another tense match. AAA was able to hold out TSM whenever they tried to push to win. It came down to one last teamfight that gave AAA the victory.
We see Aurelia coming in strong. They're taking a lot of damage from Corki. Wow! Corki doing so much damage. Yellow Star able to put out that DPS and a lot falling. It's going to be Kayax going down to the ground. One of the tankier characters right now. The odd one falling. Not looking good for TSM in this fight. Great focus coming out of the hands of Against All Authority. And they're able to take down 2 without losing 1. A very nice job by Against All Authority.
In Game 3, TSM forgot to ban Rumble. AAA outlaned every single TSM member and earned their spot into the winners bracket final. Thus, Day 2 of Season 1 Worlds is wrapped up. Once again, more viewer records were made, such as when the stream hit 200,000 concurrent viewers, which interrupted Game 2 of Epic vs Fnatic.
I cannot understand enough. Dyrus is doing so well for his team this game. We made it to 200K. People are cheering around in the background. Thank you so much, everybody. The crowd cheering for us as well. Oh, thank you so much. 200,000 viewers concurrent on this stream. I am ear to ear smiling, not just because we might see a Game 3, but because this is so successful. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
One interesting note was that Shushay started cosplaying as Gragas. He also accidentally predicts his own skin.
So I want to ask you about your cosplay here. You are the best Gragas cosplayer I've seen at DreamHack. Can you tell me, did you make it yourself?
Well, I wanted to get a barrel somewhere, and apparently Melissan found barrel it's worthy of being filled with something to drink, obviously. And I would like to ask the fans to support the idea of making Gragas Shushay skin.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm gonna make the post on the forum later, and yeah.
Fnatic Gragas was released on September 24th, 2015, 4 years after Season 1. Day 3 began with the winner bracket finals against All Authority versus Fnatic. Game 1 was a complete stomp for Fnatic, and it all started when Shushay was given Gragas. He was responsible for the first 2 kills that got Fnatic rolling.
You see the push around from Jarvan as well, moving into this area. Barrel rolls in! Amazing from Shushay, and Soaz just in range of that one, and that will be 2-0, and of course both kills early on going out to Shushay. Amazing play from Fnatic.
Game 2 was much more closer. It was the battle of initiations between Annie's stun by Soaz or Lamia's Ash arrow that determined the flow of the game. These initiators were responsible for punishing any opponents who were caught off guard. We will talk about these champions when I go over the overall meta. After back and forth late game fights, Fnatic wins over a sloppy engagement by AAA.
That Infinity Edge, and here comes the darkness, and Kuja in the back. Linak jumping onto Lamia Zealot will fear him. Now jumping on Shushay. Shushay almost about to get egg, but won't quite do that. Linak still very low. Momo in the back. Soa is going to get blown up by Ash right now, and now Linak pulling back. Sanidify staying alive. Momo going to lose his life as well. Yellowstar getting very low. The ult comes out. Linak extremely low. So is Yellowstar. Linak trying to stay alive. Will he be able to? No. Sanidify comes in and picks up that kill. That is 3 for none, getting knocked up by Janna, but not a big deal. Melissan staying around. Kuja not in great shape.
Now we jump to the losers bracket semi-final, Epic versus Team Solo Mid. Epic ran a composition to double AD carry, with Dyrus on Misfortune in the bottom lane and Westrice using Tristana at top. However, technical difficulties also plagued the series. Dyrus disconnected twice, prompting 2 restarts before the game was officially live. It took 43 total minutes from commercial break to have a live game. The actual game only took 32 minutes of play, with TSM absolutely stomping Epic. In Game 2, the Rain Man picked this champion.
Do it, Raymond, do it.
Oh, wow.
Yes!
Oh, we are going to see our first Teemo.
Oh, God, I'm going to ruin my voice, but Captain Teemo and Freak's doing the fist bump jumping.
Freak is dancing back and forth in the tournament area right now. I don't think he can contain himself. I see tears coming out of his eyes. Multiple fist bumps.
Rain Man's Teemo proceeded to obtain first blood on Dyrus' Singed. However, Epic was able to obtain kills in the early to middle game, and at 41 minutes they have a 10k gold lead in map control. Epic's game plan was to push into base while letting Dyrus proxy farm and split push. However, TSM was able to come back after Kaox shoots an Ash arrow that lands on Doublelift.
The Ash arrow coming out onto Doublelift. That's exactly who they wanted to hit, and they will be able to take one out as their inhibitor respawns. They feel a little bit more confident about this fight, and Dan will throw it on the ultimate, trying to focus on Reginald as well as the Kaox. Kaox taking huge damage, and the Timber misses as he flashes out of that one. Great reflexes by Kaox, understanding the timing of how Annie wanted to do that. Salsi taken down by the hands of Rain Man, and it looks like this fight is actually going in favor of Team Solo Mid. Dyrus looks like he could go down here. He will continue to do the damage he can until the fight happens. And a very nice job, 4 down.
When Epic tried to take mid inhibitor from TSM, Dan gets caught up by crowd control from Ash and Dazzle from Tarek. TSM wins off this fight, eliminating Epic and moving on to the losers bracket finals against AAA. In the post-game interview, this is what Reginald had to say about the Teemo pick.
The Teemo thing was kind of like on the moment, heat of the moment. We're just like, oh, what should we land against Singe to shit on him? And we're like, oh, okay, let's get Teemo. Because Rayman's always like, Teemu's the best. And we're like, oh, let's just use Teemo against them.
In Teemo's World Championship debut, he ended the game with the score of 14 kills, 2 deaths, and 9 assists. In the losers bracket grand finals, it was once more a modified best of 3. Because AAA beat out TSM in the winners bracket semifinals, they only had to win 1 game while TSM had to win 2. AAA's team composition was able to outscale Team Solomid in the late game, and won the first and only game of the series. TSM obtained 3rd place overall, winning a prize of $10,000. As of 2018, this is the farthest North America has ever gone in the World Championships. Before we go on to the grand finals, let's talk about the meta of Season 1. Out of all of the League of Legends seasons, Season 1 had the most distinctive differences between the United States meta, mind you this was before the community coined the term North America, and the European meta. The European meta refers to the bottom lane, which consists of ranged AD carries and a support. Not only this was standard by Europeans, but so are the roles. Every member of a team had a designated role and stuck with it throughout the entire tournament, whereas United States teams did not. Both CLG and Epic showed constant role swaps throughout the tournament. For example, Dyrus started the group stages off playing Singed in the top lane. However, in the next game against Team Pacific, he became the AD carry playing Misfortune. The game afterwards, he played Soraka in the bot lane supporting Doublelift. One common thing between both metas is the team composition. Both metas prioritize champions with strong initiation and area of effect. Champions with hard crack control such as Amumu, Sona, and Tarek were heavily prioritized as their abilities can easily start a team fight. Other AoE champions were prevalent too, such as Nunu, the most picked champion in the tournament, as well as Janna. Their ultimates covered a lot of ground and proved to be very useful for disengage. However, if there is one champion that disrupted the game so much, it would be Ashe. Ashe was the 3rd most used champion in Worlds and had a 76% win rate. Ashe single-handedly turned games around with just the use of her arrow. The long-range initiation gave teams the power to not only start fights from long distance, but delete any squishy champions that the arrow so happened to land on. Ashe's usefulness was beautifully demonstrated by Fnatic against Counterlogic Gaming.
And it looks like Shuche is kind of playing a little bit of defensive strategy as well as offensive here. The Asher going down. Does he have his ultimate? Blasting her back. Huge amount of damage and instantly melted by Fnatic. Well played, knowing they could take that one down, not taking any damage within the fight.
Overall, Europe created the meta that is now solidified in the game forever. Not only that, but they were more innovative in their champion pool as well as more structured than the United States teams. With the meta in mind, we move on to the grand finals, Against All Authority versus Fnatic MSI. Because Fnatic beat Against All Authority in the winners bracket finals, Fnatic had a 1-game advantage. AAA must win 2 in a row to win the tournament. In Champion Select, Ashe was given to the hands of Yellowstar. AAA's team composition revolves around ultimate combinations and initiation power to win fights. Fnatic's team composition revolves around single target damage and burst, having both Malzahar and Brand as well as debuting Rammus in the world stage. Against All Authority was able to obtain early game advantages such as first blood and lane ganks from Linak to propel the team into the middle and late game. When mid game arrived, the rest of the story of this match can be told through Yellowstar's Ashe arrows. 21 minutes in, Yellowstar catches Melisande trying to clear vision. It leads to a team fight that shows how strong AAA's AoE initiation team comp is.
Going on to Melisande, we heard that hit. Melisande could be going down here. Nice ult from Sona, and they're going to be able to focus her down quite quickly. That is a 3-0 now in favor of Against All Authority.
24 minutes in, Yellowstar shoots an Ashe arrow that lands directly on Lamia, who gets instantly deleted, and AAA wins another team fight.
And we see the arrow coming out onto Lamia's. Very nice job there, staying alive, but no, Corki goes down. Ashe trying to fire off the arrows, the first one doing that critical. The ultimate going onto Shuche there, focusing Brand with the double ult. And it seems like, oh no, it is still going. A little bit of glitch on the stream there, and we are going to see with the XPK getting taken down by Yellowstar. Great job with Ashe on the focus of the mage. XPK definitely need to be taken down in that fight. Brand will also go down. Janna falling to the ground by the hands of Soaz. Yellowstar rather, getting a double kill within this fight, following Rammus all the way. Cyanide now looking to taunt one of them within the turret range. He's still going to be able to go down. They have now taken down the ace 25 minutes into the game.
At 32 minutes in, Yellowstar shoots an Ashe arrow across the map in what would become the highlight of the entire tournament.
Also went down. Fnatic, it looks like they are going to lose another one. Shushi goes down, and coming across was the Ashe arrow. A beautiful job. She is all the way down in middle for Against All Authority, and they are going to turn that fight around, and they are just going to make their way onto this inhibitor.
Against All Authority won the first game of the grand finals in a commanding fashion, and they would just be one victory away from taking the tournament and $50,000. In the very last game of Worlds, Fnatic took Ashe this time and put it in the hands of Lamian, and this time Fnatic strikes first.
Let's see if he can grab this
Seer
moment. Has
can land
been
it. He
spotted.
does land the Seer. They're going for the attack, and they will be able to take it down. Shushe picking up the first kill, and it is going to be a little bit of a change from last time. Shushe was the first one to go down, and he's going to repay that favor and be the first blood.
However, in the mid-game, both teams had back-and-forth teamfights, and AAA was able to defuse Fnatic's gold lead.
Malzahar is being thwarted into the bush, trying to lose the vision, but Clairvoyance goes down. The null zone is missed, and he may be able to flash out of this one, taking a lay waste, but he lives with just about 100 HP left. It's going to be a big focus fight here, and it looks like Karthus will be ulted on. He is still alive, and he will be able to cast for an amount of time. Will Sowers go down? Mobile will definitely go down. Sowers living, and Warwick could come in with the suppression. Will he be able to take him out? Popped up, and he stops the Warwick ultimate. Cyanide being thwarted right inside the turret range. Will he be able to take him out? Was this a bad decision for Cyanide? And a beautiful job by Linak coming in to save the life of Aurelia. Amazing gameplay and team communication there in top lane.
In the last team fight, Linak engages onto Cyanide right when Fnatic took their second Baron, deleting all hopes of AAA coming back.
They're going to come into this fight, and there we go. The battle will start. Demacia is yelled. Linak in front, going to take some damage. Momo already blowing up PK, and Linak actually living right here. What will the damage be? Soa's in the front. Soa's going to take a lot of damage. Wow. Will not quite yet die. Momo getting blown up by Shushe. That will be a kill, and that's a looks like 2 for 1. Yellowstar getting away. Linak no health. Kuja quite down as well. Shushe going to land the W, missing the Q, but Ashe lands a slow. Can Kuja fall? Minions are in the base as well.
Fnatic would push on to the Nexus and win the first League of Legends World Championship.
One turret dead, second turret dead.
Oh
Fnatic going to win the Season 1 championship if they can hold on. This Nexus will go down. Congratulations to Fnatic winning the Season 1. GG.
GG indeed.
Well played.
Showing strong, able to come out, having to use a sub in the beginning because of delayed fights, and still keeping their composure with We Will Failure, and then getting XPK as
failure.
We Will Failure.
That's failure. You said failure.
I said failure.
Okay.
Yes. They're coming out strong now as, XPK able to come in 6, 6, and 13 as they go for the Demacia cry on the victory.
In retrospect, some people in the community claim that Season 1 Worlds should not count and be held up to the same level of respect as today's World Championship winners. The argument has some valid points. Mainly because this World Championship did not see Asia teams from Korea and China, instead showing off only 2 Southeast Asia teams that did not make it out of the group stages. Season 1 Worlds was practically just North America versus Europe, filmed inside a venue that the community coined as Freak's Basement. Also, at no point during this tournament was this event called Worlds. It was either referred to as DreamHack 2011 or Season 1 Championship. No matter how insignificant this event seems now, Season 1 World Championship represented the passion of the player base as well as showcased how much Riot valued their community. A theme consistent throughout the event was Riot showing appreciation to their fanbase, either through directly responding to forum posts on stream as well as embracing community memes.
Oh wow, it's
Hello,
uncanny.
that's Daniel from here. Hello, Sushi. How are you?
I don't know how to play Gragas.
Fake.
Yes, I must be a fake after all. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, there's something uncanny going on here.
For the players, competing at a pro level wasn't about the money or the fame. For Riot, it wasn't about competing with the very popular and #1 esports title at the time, StarCraft 2. It was all about the passion of playing League of Legends. I decided to reach out to Daniel Klein, Rivington's co-caster at the time, to seek his retrospective of the event. If it was something he remembers fondly, it was how woefully, hilariously unprepared Riot was at the time of making this event. Remember, Riot was only a small indie company at the time. Many production errors arose, such as no internet in the venue and laptops that was promised were not delivered. The overall sentiment by the staff was panic. Despite these errors, the concurrent viewer numbers completely shocked the team. After the first best of 1, there was 100,000 viewers when Riot only predicted 20 to 30,000. Overall, despite how outdated this tournament was, it's an interesting glimpse to what the League of Legends pro scene looked like in its first iteration. We also see the beginnings of professionals that would carry a legendary status within the community for years to come. This tournament was truly the beginning of everything, and it's sometimes nice to see where it all started. My name is Kudo, and thank you for watching the history of the first League of Legends World Championship.
When Freak starts his cash, we got a Freak on a leash. He's going to see what he can do, but I don't think he's got anything making that quiche. Can Freak bring it down? I don't think he's got it. Laughing at my rhymes. I don't even rhyme when I rhyme, and I told you I don't rap.
All right.
Now he's gonna take it overboard.
Yeah.
See what you did to me?
That's what he does.
Now I only really need to spit one verse to beat ya, because you're the one who can't really rap when I meet ya. So listen, I stuttered a little bit and I did it right there as well. But listen, I'm the one who's gonna take like a Spartan and kick you down the well, down an impossible pit, bottomless forever. You're gonna step to me, but I'm gonna give you a favor. That doesn't really rhyme and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I can't rhyme either. So we're
fiddle in the middle.
Fiddle in the middle, in the middle, the fiddle in the middle, in the middle. Please do not keep any of that. Why did I agree to this? I hate you so much right now.